Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Avni Khosla, Trustee and Vice President, Shulni University, who has graciously joined us for this momentous occasion. Let us extend a warm welcome as we begin today's graduation ceremony. All are to be seated.
As we mark this milestone in the lives of our graduating students, we invite them to step forward in the ceremonial march. This moment symbolizes their journey of growth, perseverance, and achievement. Let's applaud our graduates as they take this place for the grand occasion.
Light symbolizes wisdom, knowledge, and the pathway to a bright future. To commemorate the commencement of our graduation ceremony, we kindly request Mr. Jacob Thomas and Ms. Sarah Jacob to escort our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Avni Khosla, to light the graduation lamp. This act signifies the illumination of minds and the promise of new beginnings. We also invite Ms. Deepa Suresh and Ms. Rekha Jacqueline to join in the lighting of the lamp.
As we gather to celebrate this special occasion, let us take a moment to seek blessings for our graduates as they embark on new adventures. We now invite Araya Vastani to lead us in the invocation. All are to rise.
Please bow your head. Our Father, who is in heaven, the dispenser of our destiny, and the Lord of time and history, we remember your holy name on this special occasion when the little ones who had come to this institution's fold many years ago have grown under the shadow of thy throne and are now ready to leave to find their vocations and careers in the world. We remember and praise your blessed name that sustains our pilgrimage on earth. We thank you, Lord, that all our students stand here under your grace and protection always. Bless and guide each and every one of us who are in the midst of our examinations. Bless our efforts to secure admissions at universities and professional colleges. Let us dwell secure under the everlasting wings of the Good Shepherd. We pray for the members of the GSIS family who have been intimately associated with the upbringing and growth of these graduates. We pray especially for our teachers as they guide our students through our lessons and preparations for our examinations. May your loving hand be upon us to guide us, Lord. We praise you for the faithfulness that has attended, the efforts that brought great repute and eminence to this institution. We pray for your presence throughout this graduation ceremony. We pray for your love's sake. Amen.
We will now have the school anthem. All are requested to remain standing.
All are requested to be seated.
Every milestone is best marked with words of encouragement and inspiration. To extend a warm welcome to all present today, we now invite our esteemed President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. Good morning, esteemed guests, staff, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. A very warm welcome to each of you as we come together to celebrate not just an academic milestone, but the countless moments of growth, perseverance, and achievement that have shaped each one of you. Graduation is more than just the conclusion of your school years. It is a launchpad for the many opportunities that lie ahead of you. For years, you've walked these halls as our children. You've filled our classrooms with your laughter, your questions, and your dreams. You've challenged us, you've amazed us, inspired us in ways that you may not fully understand, and yes, at times, even frustrated us. But now, as I see you all dressed here with your caps and gowns, as you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, stepping boldly into adulthood, I want you to know that more than anything else, we will miss you all. Now, the world you're entering is evolving at a breathtaking pace. The careers of tomorrow will demand more than just knowledge. They will require curiosity, adaptability, which I think should be your superpower, and a commitment to lifelong learning. The greatest opportunities will belong to those who remain open to change, who embrace the unknown, and who seek solutions where others see obstacles. As you walk across the stage today, I urge you to take with you more than just a diploma. Take with you a mindset of innovation, a heart full of purpose, and courage to forge your own path. Whether you pursue higher education, entrepreneurship, research, or social impact, remember that the success is not measured by titles or accolades, but by the lives you touch and the impact you create. I encourage you to make discipline your friend, for there will be no one to tell you when to sleep, when to wake up, when to eat, or when to complete your assignments. Set high standards for yourself and never compromise on them. The responsibility of shaping your futures is now yours, and the habits that you develop today will determine the heights to which you reach tomorrow. So to inspire you on this journey, we are honored to have with us Ms. Avni Khosla, an exceptional leader in education and research. As trustee and vice president of Shulani University, she has been instrumental in shaping the academic excellence, fostering student success, and building global collaborations. With her extensive experience across education and financial services, she is a testament to what can be achieved through passion, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. So when I first met Avni, what struck me about her is the bold responsibility that she decided to take on at Shulani. She is responsible for both student intake and student placement to ensure the success of students, not just when they start their journey at university, at Shulani University, but also when they transition to contributing members of the world that we live in. It is my privilege to welcome Ms. Avni Khosla to address the graduating class of 2025. Please join me in giving her a very warm welcome.
Thank you, sir, for those encouraging words.
Graduation is both a celebration and a farewell, a time to look back at cherished memories and forward to exciting new opportunities. To reflect on this journey, we now invite Ridan Dattani to deliver the farewell address.
Good morning, esteemed Chief Guest, Mrs. Avni Khosla, President, Mr. Jacob Thomas, Senior Vice President, Student and Staff Welfare, Ms. Sarah Jacob, members of the Academic Council, proud parents, and the graduating class of 2025. Guys, before I start, can you please leave the second place for Viraj? Now, on a more serious note, we know that the past 2 years have been no less than an exhilarating experience and an adventure for all of you. Juggling between dramatics, athletic meet, council meetings, IAs, extended essays, and the list goes on. But you have consistently kept up with your promises in work. The Summer House drama, The Lion King Maybe, has raised the benchmark for my batch, and we just can't get bored of how many times we see your play. Also, on behalf of my batch, I would like to express a huge heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being such a great teacher that you taught us the importance of deadline by missing your party. You have literally taught us everything you were not supposed to. Our bonding is not a new one, but has grown in strength since my batch was in grade 8. I vividly remember how when you were in grade 9, you protested louder than some of the politicians of our country. And thank you for the live stand-up comedy when one of you turned into a fish, rolled onto the floor, just so Kalyan sir can come and twist his ears. Oh yes, I must not forget the great chefs we have in this batch. I mean, it takes a prodigious amount of skill and courage to sneak in a suitcase full of chewing gums, chocolates, cup noodles, just to get caught by the dorm parent due to the smell of the midnight soup in the bathroom. However, I have a true confession to make. This may have gone unnoticed by many of us, but your batch's conduct and behavior with us juniors has been tremendously friendly and filled with warmth. Your batch will be remembered for going out their way to guide their juniors and take them along in the pursuit of excellence in whatsoever the event. And you have gone so far in taking care of us that your extra 5-minute milk break time has really reduced the social distancing of the boys and girls in our school. However, I think you needed it more than us. I would like to transition into a more formal farewell speech, but if Abhijay falls asleep again, then you might find yourselves marching for another week in the stadium. So, as you prepare to embark on new adventures, take a moment to cherish the friendships you have forged. These bonds are special and will remain with you long after you leave this campus. Whether you stay in touch or go your separate ways, the memories you have created together will always hold a special place in your hearts. Change can be daunting, but it is also an opportunity for growth. You'll soon be stepping into the next chapter of your life, college. We are all confident that you will graduate with flying colors and enter the best colleges. And you must, given the long evening preps you have skipped writing your SOPs and applications in Saw My Ma'am's office. This may be awkward, giving advice to the ones who originally gave it to us, but I would like to take the liberty of reminding you that you have the power to make a difference in the world. Use your knowledge and skills to contribute positively to your surroundings and the people around. Stand up for what you believe in and never underestimate the impact of your actions. You're equipped with the tools to create change, so go out there and make your mark. In closing, I want to leave you with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I quote, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." End quote. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for you, so go out there and shine. Thank you. Guys, please be seated. I don't think standing is good for all of you. And a special thanks to Krishna and Krishiv. You know why. Thank you.
Thank you, Ridan, for that insightful trip down memory lane.
A farewell is never complete without heartfelt words of gratitude and response. To share her thoughts and appreciation, we now invite Tejaswini Muthukumar to deliver the reply to the farewell address.
Good morning to one and all present here, students, teachers, staff, parents, the ACM, and most of all, my batch of 2025. My name is Tejaswini Muthukumar, otherwise known just as Teju. I remember coming into these gates just like it was yesterday, and now I stand here, 11 years later, on a podium I've always dreamt of standing behind. My core memories, my entire childhood, and almost all the reasons that make me smile sit right in front of me in the form of a majestic institution and wonderful friends. The highlights of my journey in GSIS not only range from me gobbling down the entire bread butter jam section in Infernal, but the fact that the 2023 10th grade batch trauma stems from a curtain rod. Or how the boys deconstructed their Nokia cell phones just to save their batch with their PIN code. Additionally, I'm convinced I've spent more time on the football field than the classes and scored more goals than past subjects. I would also like to take this opportunity to apologize for all the injuries I've caused. Sorry, Atulya, for impairing your speech forever. 11th grade eco classes in the aquarium will always remind me why higher sea is my heart, broken ceilings, and all the laughter. How can I forget the IB kids? This is the first time I've seen most of you without the laptop in front of your face. How can I oversee Gokul's calm down dances in the middle of classes and Shivan's drowning in the middle of the pool just to get saved by the seniors? Another thing that bonded us, football, of course. Our FIFA evenings would come with more commentaries from us than the TV. The TV reminds me of my cubicle, ever so entertaining. From Ridhima's music, Nidhi's and Muskan's eye-scorching dances, Sanaya shouting at us to study but ultimately indulging in our nonsense. Neha's evergreen skincare routine, Meda's concerning stories, Varshita acting as a mother figure to all of us, and Ishita's ear-bleeding laughter. Nevertheless, I would like to thank Neha, Ishita, Sanaya, and my partner in crime, Rakshi, for helping me prepare this speech. They have provided me with a sense of security amongst all the madness. Remember the cutting incident, guys? The time when a dorm was a certified salon? The chapel, though, was our spot, the home ground for a weekly chapel Premier League. Cricket matches and an area where we felt most at peace and honored as we were Rakesh's first batch being taken to the chapel, and last, of course. Today, I stand in front of you with heart full of memories and experiences. A heavy backpack full of books filled instead with love, bonds, and promises which we'll carry forward with us for the rest of our lives. From randomly sprouting into dances as a batch on numerous occasions, the horror stories, nostalgia, injuries that stem from our camping trips. The boys with their endless food supply and other edibles that ultimately led to the school-wide checking. We have come from fighting to bathroom stalls to fighting for more time together. To be honest, there were times where I would count down the days to vacation, but now I can't wait to come back for my reunion. I can't wait to see how my beautiful batchmates succeed in life and reminisce on these evergreen memories that have made me the person I am today. To the batch of 2025, we now stand here in our graduation gowns, and even though I might not remember what I studied yesterday, I will always remember and hold you guys so, so close to my heart. We now go out into the real world. No one to tell us when to wake up, go for prep, force us to come back from games, no matter how late we are. We now hold the power to shape our future. Let's remember how we laid our foundation in this institution and take on the world. After all, we are the batch of 2025. Thus, we have the tendency to make history. Thank you.
Thank you, Tejaswini, for that heartfelt response.
With great accomplishments come great responsibilities. The graduation oath is a solemn promise to uphold the values we have learned and to strive for excellence in all we do. We now invite Abraham Jacob to lead our graduates in taking the graduation oath. The graduating batch is requested to rise.
The graduation oath. We The graduating class of Good Shepherd International School, class of 2025, do declare our solemn pledge of loyalty to our alma mater. On this day of our graduation, that we will treasure in our hearts the ideals, principles, and prestige of our beloved school. We will uphold the motto of our school: truth, trust, and triumph in all our actions. We will always conduct ourselves with integrity and honor as we leave our school, and will work hard in all our endeavors as we go forth, as our school has taught us to. We are grateful for the guidance, knowledge, and protection our school has given us. We are indebted to our teachers, mentors, and all those who have cared for us in our school years, and for the selfless devotion that they have shown us, and that we shall strive hard to be good and useful members of our community in order to be worthy of the name of our alma mater. On this day, we take this oath, and it is our intention to preserve the dignity and rich heritage of our school, to live up to the hopes of our teachers and mentors, and bring glory to our God and country. So help us, God.
Music has the power to inspire, uplift, and unify. As we reflect on this meaningful occasion, let us come together in the spirit of gratitude and hope as we sing the graduation hymn, O God, our help in ages past. The graduating batch is requested to be seated.
I request Mr. Suresh Tangarajan, Coordinator, IBDP and IB Continuum, Ms. Rekha Jacqueline, Coordinator, Siski and Cambridge, to kindly escort the Chief Guest, Ms. Avni Khosla, to the stage.
With immense pleasure and great delight, I request the Chief Guest, Ms. Avni Khosla, Trustee and Vice President of Shulini University, to kindly present the graduation certificates to the outgoing batch. We begin with Tejashwini Muthukumar. Sarthak Agarwal. Atulya Milind Gude. T.S. Nishant Talamuthu. Kanishk Magesh. M.S. Ritvik. Diyan Mitesh Dungrani. Henil Sanjay Badani. Danshri Patel. Hanisha Yama Patel. Kevin John Joseph Mudalali. N. Niranjan Prakash. Omkar Bhavesh Kunt. Naman Somani. Eklavya Jain. Krishna Singhvi. Yashvi Maheshbhai Gajera. Shiven Samir Doshi. Nishi Ashokbhai Dobaria. Vihan Tulsian. Gokul Raghuram. Harshraj Simvanar, Harman Arvindbai Viradia, Bhavya Pasari, Jem Deep Shah, Zarjish Ahmed Molla, Vivek Prashant Bhai, Harshil Mulchandani, Hansika Sanaya, Krishif Tikmani, Vartik Dinesh Gupta, Ishan Kailash Katepur, Deepshika Pal, Adya Harlalka, Abhijay Singh Bundela, Jash Sagar Desai, Abhinav Kumar Singh, Prajit Mukundan, S. Varshita, Kenisha Yogesh Kumar Patel, Takshraj Jadeja, Viraj Singh Arora, Nidhi Agarwal, Vani Vikas Kedia, Suryansh Singhal, Abraham Jacob, Rebecca Jacob, Sudarshan Karbari, Aryavats, Hutarth Nandania, Mrinal Jain, Dwani Agarwal, Hiteshri Patel, Araya Vastani, Ritvika Reddy Ganesh, Mayank Agarwal, Nasima, Darshan Ilangovan, Purvaja Peram Shekhar, Maisha Parekh, Harshini Kunta Reddy, Rakshita Jayantan, Metha Om Prakash, Arif Agarwal, Kavya Agrawal, Mrushad Jignesh Bhai Senjalia, Priyansh Vasoya, Manoj Ashok Chaudhary, Ishita Bohra, Ridhima Kejriwal, Sangay Nathan, Shreya Vipulbai Lunagaria, Nishta, Ayush Agarwal, Neha Veeramachaneni, Shreyansh Mali, Priyal Buva, Daivik Kumar, Muskan Jagyasi, Heth Patel, Kunga Chenzom Wangra, Swara Mane, Tanish Kejriwal, Tashvi Suresh Wavia, and Vian Prajwal Andrade. It is now time to proudly recognize, deeply appreciate, and richly reward the exceptionally meritorious students of the outgoing batch with the prestigious school awards for having exhibited remarkable excellence in not only their academic pursuits, but also in their diverse extracurricular activities, governance, and dedicated service in their specific areas of duties and passionate interests during the academic year 2024-2025. I request Mr. Jacob Thomas and Mrs. Sarah Jacob to join Ms. Avni Khosla in congratulating the recipients of the special awards. We begin with academics. From IBDP, Science Stream, we have Prajit Mukundan. From the Humanities Group, the special award goes to S. Nasima, and Sarthak Agarwal. From ISC, we have Nidhi Agarwal, who has topped the science stream. And from the humanities stream, we have Ridhima Kejriwal. The next award is for the SAC Best Cadet, Leading Cadet Kanishk Magesh. The special award for Best Singer, Shreya Lunagaria. Best Sportsperson, Tejashwini Muthukumar. Best Dancer, Kanishk Magesh. And the special award for the best all-rounder goes to Kevin John Joseph Mudalali. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
It is with great honor that we welcome our chief guest, Ms. Avni Khosla, Trustee and Vice President of Shulni University, to deliver the address.
Wow, this is absolutely overwhelming because I think I stood like this in a school, in my school, back in 2005. So it's almost 20 years, and it feels absolutely overwhelming right now. I think I have a little knot in my throat. I'm feeling very nostalgic. So first of all, welcome everyone. I almost feel like a part of the family, of the Good Shepherd family, so I must say welcome all the parents. And thank you to Jacob and Sarah to actually have called me here. There is no better feeling than being called back to a school. And my head of outreach is here with me, Shikha, and she knows I've promised to her that every time a school calls me for any event, big or small, I don't want to leave that opportunity. There's something fantastic about going back to school. And cannot thank you enough, Jacob, for the chance encounter we had at College Board, which sort of brought me here today. So as I said, I graduated out of school back in 2005. And every now and then, I look back at my life and I cannot think and appreciate that all that I am today is largely because of a lot of time I've spent at multiple educational institutions. And you know, a school becomes a very important part of our learning process. All these graduating students here, it's amazing to see I was as young as you back then. And it's a very impressionable age. You know, whatever you learn, you see, you think, people you interact with, they leave a very, very deep impact on you. I hope that you take all the great learnings away from Good Shepherd. At least I'm taking a lot back. And I cannot tell you how much you're going to miss your school once you cross the gates. You know, we always feel that we want to just fly and move away from our classrooms and our teachers and our principals. But once you cross the line, today, once you move to the other side, you're actually going to miss your school like you're not going to miss your girlfriends and boyfriends also. I'm telling you this. Okay, the parents are going to kill me for this. It very rarely happens that I have to address a very diverse gathering of people. So I see parents here, I see fellow educators, I see students. Any grandparents in the crowd? Oh, I see some grandparents also. Quite a few actually. Welcome, grandparents. So it's a good mix of people, and I was just thinking, what should I say, what should I speak about, so that it resonates with everybody, and everybody takes back something home after they've listened to me today. And I've come up with 5 messages. Each of the messages actually has a story, and I hope this doesn't sound like any other graduation speech today. So my first message is actually to the parents and the grandparents sitting here in the audience. I want to talk about India for a moment. India is growing like no other economy in the world. India is shining and rising and moving at a really fast pace. There is growth in India. There is so much that's going to be there in our country. And there is a learning for all the parents and grandparents sitting here today. Much of what I am today is because of all the learnings that I've had from my elders. It's a little unfortunate sometimes, kids our age, this generation, don't end up spending so much time with the family. And the interesting thing is, amazing schools like Good Shepherd actually become your family. And there are some teachings, that they can take sort of from there. The first teaching, and this is definitely for the ambitious, over-ambitious parents sitting in the crowd, life is definitely beyond marks and medals. I know we all want our kids to do well. My parents wanted me to do very, very well. My grandfather wanted me to become an IS officer. My father wanted me to crack the JEE. My mom wanted me to become a doctor. And I always felt as if one life was not enough. So I never prepared for the IS. I filled the form for JEE, and I was, sharing this very interesting story with the 11th graders yesterday. On the day of my exam, I locked myself in a room, listened to some blaring music for 3 hours as my father kept banging on the door, "Why don't you take the exam? At least take the exam." And after 3 hours, I came out and I said, "Dad, I've been a topper all my life. I know I will crack the JEE, and I don't want to be an engineer." So somewhere, I think I got a lot of support from my parents. And at some point in time, my mom and dad got together and they said, life is not about marks and medals. We understand that. So what life is really all about? I think life is about some good old-fashioned values. It is about working hard. Yes, there is ChatGPT, there is DeepSeek, there is all kinds of AI tools. You could do things that would take hours, long back. Now you can do it in seconds. Very soon your homes and lives will be invaded by robots. All of that is there. But I think life is also about some good old-fashioned values. And the ceremony that I saw today, it was a good dose of a lot of good old-fashioned values. Continue to drive your kids to be honest. And I'll give you one small exercise that you can do with your children today itself. Just for 24 hours, tell your kids not to lie. Just for 24 hours. Just for 24 hours and see the magic. Not the magic for the kids, but see the magic for you as parents. Just for 24 hours. If they're not studying, don't let them tell that they're studying. If they want to watch television, great. If they want to have 3 packs of Maggi and noodles and momos and whatnot. If they're talking to somebody on the phone that you don't approve of, tell your kid for one day, don't lie. Just be honest about what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you want to do. Just for one day. I think honesty is such an old-fashioned value, but it is so relevant in today's time. Very, very critical. Hard work, that's another. Compassion. I think we are so much in a hurry all the time that, we just forget to be compassionate to people around us. Think of all the times when your elders were compassionate to you. Think of all the time when the world was kind to you. I think it's important as elders, as parents, as grandparents to teach compassion. And last but not the least, the kids are going to hate me for this, but every time your son or daughter talks back at you, tell them that's not okay. Tell them that respect is a value which you value and you would like them to understand that there is no question mark. There is, they can't get away by not respecting you or the elders in the family. So the next time something like this happens, tell the kid politely, this is not going down with me. Respect is critical. It's important to give these values to our children today because they are your children, but they are also the asset to our nation. I think it's our moral responsibility to bring up great human beings, may not be technically so sound in what they're doing today, but absolutely important for the growth, for the survival of our nation to have great human beings. I think that's the first one. I think the second is going to be, don't put undue pressure on the children. Believe you me, we run a university back home, very close to Kasoli Hills. We've got 5,000 kids on campus. About 3,500 kids stay on campus with us at any point of the time. And I can tell you, kids today are under tremendous pressure. You know, we might say they don't value time, they don't value money, they feel entitled. But I can tell you, because we look at kids very, very closely, kids are under tremendous pressure. There's so much that everyone's doing. At our time, I don't know, how many of you actually spent your summer vacations at your grandparents' place, eating mangoes, climbing trees, having fun? A lot of you, right? A lot of the oldies at the back. You know what are kids doing today? They are doing 6 certification courses, going from one class to another. They want to become a dancer and a singer and a choreographer and a jazz player and a chef all at the same time, all in those 2 months. I think there is tremendous expectation and pressure that the society is putting on our students. While there is one quota geographically, I think all of us at some level have created quotas at our house. Every house has become quota. It may not be a race for JEE, but then it's a race for so many other things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that do not be ambitious, but do not put undue pressure on students. I think it's critical that we give a nurturing environment at home, which is full of love, care, great values, communication, deep relationships. And believe you me, the kids will fly. They don't have to be in a pressure cooker situation to do well in life. I wasn't. A lot of great people, leaders that I see around today, had very nurturing environments. To the students who are sitting here today, I have a very, very important message for you. Don't take pressure. Yeah, your parents may still continue to give it to you. Don't take pressure. Why? At 17, believe you me, nobody wants you to have you figured out your entire life. I can point out 20 people in the room who at 40 probably haven't figured their life out. Right? So at 17, no one's really expecting you to have figured your life out. Don't take that pressure off. Just knowing where the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years are going to take you. However, what you should be looking at is definitely the fact that in a place like India, growth is absolutely inevitable. You can argue under the Modi or the Congress government whether it's a 6% or an 8% or a 10% growth. That's debatable. But the fact that India is growing at a massive speed is not debatable at all. Even if you didn't do anything, you would still have a great house, a large house, a big car, a fancy spouse, great luxury in life. All of that is a given. No one's taking that away from you. Even an average student in India is actually going to do very, very well, only and only considering that we have the demographic dividend with us and the country is growing. It's inevitable, believe you me. You may sometimes feel, oh gosh, I flunked in science, I flunked in mathematics, my life is finished. Your life is not finished, because India is not finished. India is just about rising. And the momentum of our country is going to take you really, really far ahead in life. So what's really going to stop you? What's going to be your nemesis? What's going to not allow you to progress in life? Again, brings me back to some old-fashioned values. Not being committed, not being disciplined, not showing up. I've seen a lot of youngsters do this. I've got a little bit of headache, I've got a little bit of stomachache, I can't come and take this exam, I can't come and participate in this event. Can I be excused? And I always tell my students, unless you're on deathbed, show up. I think showing up is a great quality. Every time you show up, it's a commitment that you've kept with yourself. So continue to do lots and lots of hard work. Yes, become tech savvy, but continue to do lots and lots of hard work. Continue to be compassionate. Smile, be happy, take time out for things that matter to you. indulge in a little bit of spirituality. I'm not talking from a religious point of view at all. Meditation is not about following Hinduism or Christianity. It's just about getting back to your center. Just sit down and breathe. Sometimes just calm down. Don't put that load of thousands of expectations whirring in your mind all the time. Life is beautiful. I mean, your campus is amazing. Take a walk around without an agenda. Say hello to somebody in your dorm without talking about work. And last but not the least, stay away from drugs. I think if there's one nemesis for your generation, that's going to be drugs. I see somebody giggling out there, but I can tell you, we've seen bright students, captains, sports captains, academic excellence awardees waste away their life on drugs. You know how it happens? My friend tried it. I thought, what's the harm in trying once? My friend tried it the second time. I said, okay, what's the harm in trying the second time? And by the time you know, you're an addict. And that's the reality. It's a real problem. Sometimes I feel it's a curse to be so well endowed. When you don't have to think where your next tuition fee is coming from, when you don't have to think how do you commute in a remote place, you have a driver, you have a chauffeur-driven life, your parents have provided for everything. There are distractions in life. It's easy to slip. Believe you me, trying it once, trying it twice, it's the same thing. You're still somewhere diluting your value system. And values are not habits. Values are values. Values, it's like brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Has anybody told you that brushing your teeth at night is a value system? You've always heard, right? Brushing your teeth is a good habit. What's a value system? Value systems don't change. Truth has been truth since forever. Respecting elders is a value system. Being kind to others is a value system. Accommodating the lesser privileged, being inclusive is a value system. But brushing at night is a habit. You can skip it once in a while. But if you stop being considerate, if you start trying out drugs just because you think it's fun, you are somewhere, you're stepping on your value system. And I think it's important for the younger generation to make that distinction between habits and values. So that's my message to you. You will get pressure, but don't take pressure. That's an important one. I have a lot of teachers also amongst us today. And the role of a teacher is becoming more and more difficult with every passing day. Technology onslaught, misinformation, information overload. Kids come in the class, but they're actually not in your class. They are in Honolulu or Hawaii, God knows. Their faces are their eyes are looking at the blackboard, but they're daydreaming, they're somewhere else. Why do you think that happens? And now that's a debate that we have at our university also. I mean, thankfully, you're still dealing with 16, 17-year-olds. We are sometimes dealing with 21-year-olds. They just don't want to listen. And I tell my teachers, become interesting teachers if you want to have interested students in the classroom. So that's a message to all the educators out here. Good Shepherd is doing an excellent job, but it's just going to become more and more difficult. There is going to be very little that we are going to be able to teach kids in a classroom because there is so much of information, open source. Harvard keeps putting out amazing programs, courses all the time. I don't think your students are coming in the class to learn chemistry from you. I don't think they're coming to the class to learn mathematics. I think they're coming for something more. I think they're coming for something which is beyond the textbooks. And that's why it's important to continue to be interesting teachers in the classroom. If there's one skill that I would urge all the teachers sitting here to impart the students, this lovely batch, and the others which are going to graduate out, make them lifelong learners. Open up their minds. I think very, very critical. Make them adaptable. Tell them the truth on their face. There are not going to be jobs which you see today. Maybe there are not going to be full-time jobs 10 years down the line. Anybody heard the word gig economy? Parents, teachers, students? Heard about gig economy? So gig economy is an economy where you actually may not have a full-time job. You may be actually juggling 3-4 different assignments or projects at a time. And the only skill in life which is going to take you through the next 50 years is adaptability and the mindset of being a lifelong learner. Something I'm damn sure cannot be taught through a book. Skills that will never come through a book. How will you teach the kids to do this? And I think the school is already doing a lot of great stuff around it. Push your kids to volunteer. Get rid of pen and paper exams, online exams. Very soon, nobody's going to test these kids for coding skills. No one's going to test these skills for mathematical skills, for remembering a formula, we will probably not trust our scientists for even coming up with a new vaccine. All of it is already there in the system. We've already done it once. We can do the COVID vaccine 20 times over in the next 5 years. Every time the span of time is going to reduce. So what is it that humans can bring to the table? Think about it. I think we need lots and lots of Elon Musks today, if you ask me. We need people to do the unthinkable, to believe that they can do the unthinkable. But more importantly, we need people who can think the unthinkable. I think doing and executing comes much later. How many of you sitting here believe that you can do something which is unthinkable? How many of you even think the unthinkable right now? How many of you are ready to take a path which is less traveled? And I think that's the survival of the human race. You think about things which have not happened before. Because ChatGPT is changing the world. AI is changing the world. I read this really interesting article today in the New York Times. There was something which is called the woolly mammoth. There were these very large elephants, they were like these it's like this elephant which had a shaggy carpet all over it. They're coming back to life. In 2028, you actually might just be able to see a woolly mammoth roaming our planet. That's Jurassic Park coming to life in next 5 years, or maybe sooner. Somebody is thinking the unthinkable. Somebody is thinking, let's bring back all the endangered species back on the planet. Somebody is thinking, how do I live for 200 years? And that's the reality. People in your generation, all the students sitting here, you're going to have an average lifespan of 90 years, average. You're actually going to stay alive for about 110 years plus. All the medical advancements and all the chips that you can insert in yourself and all the crazy things that you can do to your body, you're actually going to stay for 110 plus years. Now tell me, what will you do with your life? Tell me, is maths going to save you? Is chemistry going to save you? Is physics going to save you? I don't think so. Innovation is going to save you. Thinking out of the box is going to save you. And definitely being rooted in your value system is going to save you. I think one other thing can save you, which is protecting the wealth that your family has created. I know there are a lot of students at Good Shepherd who come from families where your parents and grandparents have built huge businesses. Is that correct? A lot of you have businesses back home. So note down this one small piece of statistic and remember it. By the time a business reaches the third generation, 96% of the people have lost that business or the wealth associated with it. I'll repeat again. By the time you reach the third generation, the business and the wealth that your family has created is actually lost. Only 4% people are able to continue their business beyond the third generation. Very important statistic. Your parents work very hard to create something, your grandparents work very hard to build something. You have to now make sure that you keep running relentlessly to be at the same place. You have to keep running to be at the same place. It's not as if just working hard is going to help you. So thinking innovatively, thinking out of the box, cultivating a culture of inclusiveness, taking people along with you in your journey, I think that's going to be the triumph for humanity. And I think last but not the least, and this is something so proud that I've seen at Good Shepherd, this is for Jacob and Sarah. I think good gets the job done, great makes a difference. I think there are a lot of good schools in our country. I think there are very few great schools. And as I said, great makes a true difference. Good Shepherd is a great school. I've been in education. Yes. definitely calls for a huge round of applause. I've been in the education industry now for 15 years. Over the last 3 years, I must have visited 50 schools and about 100 foreign universities, including some of the best Ivy League. I can only tell you, nothing becomes great without crazy amount of passion. I think blind faith, blind passion, almost a necessity to keep giving to the enterprise without feeling tired. That's how all great institutions are built. You know, the founders, very quickly in a great institution, you cannot separate the founder from the institution. You start associating everything in the institution with the founding team. And when that happens, you know that you've landed in a great institution. Good Shepherd actually feels like that. And I think as elders, I think all of us have a responsibility to nurture what is great, to keep appreciating the great work that is happening in institutions like this, and to also tell our children that, when you create something envious, create something so great that people want to copy you. I think the great news is India has come out of a little bit of that mediocrity mindset we've always had. People are not setting up factories in India anymore just because we have cheap labor. No, that's not the case. I think India has proven time and again in the last 15 years that we can deliver immense quality. And we can deliver quality with frugality. And we have passionate founders. And we have people who can take the world along with them while making progress and profits for everybody. I think that's what India stands for. So today, when you have a conversation with your children about their future careers, about their entrepreneurial ventures, or about even taking ahead your own companies and businesses that you've built, tell them, remind them that build quality, build something which will stand the test of time, build something that we're all going to be proud of as Indians, not just as the Sharmas and Guptas and the Khoslas of the world. So that's my message to all of you. Thank you. Cannot thank Good Shepherd enough for bringing me back to school. Wishing and hoping for a fantastic journey, crazy growth, lots of success, and lots of love, happiness, and smiles along the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you and congratulations to the graduating batch of 25.
Thank you, ma'am, for those delightful words.
We will now have the expression of gratitude by Mr. Suresh Thangarajan, coordinator of IBDP and IB Continuum.
Respected guest of honor, Ms. Avni Khosla, Trustee and Vice President, Shulni University. Coordinator for SISKI and CA at Cambridge, Ms. Rekha Jacqueline. President Jacob Thomas, Senior Vice President Sarah Jacob. Shepherdian and our chief guest for the morning investiture ceremony, Sumesh. Headmistress Deepa Suresh. Dear parents, guardians and well-wishers, other members of the Academic Council, distinguished members of the faculty, and most importantly, our 85 graduates of the class of 2025. It is both an honor and privilege for me to stand before you today and express my heartfelt gratitude on this momentous occasion. We have just had the privilege of listening to the truly enlightening, motivating, and also thought-provoking speech by our esteemed guest of honor, Ms. Avni Khosla. Your words have undoubtedly left a lasting impact on our graduates as they prepare for the next chapter of the journey. Especially as a school, we are also working on building values, attributes. When you reflect on respect and integrity, we are also trying for that on a daily basis. Of course, a very important point which you told, when everything is there with us, we always seek or go in the direction of distraction, especially the drug addiction, which is happening rampantly in many places, even in our country. So it is an eye-opener for everyone. Should be careful when you have distractions. It should not spoil your life. Ms. Avni, thank you very much for not only inspiring words, but also for presenting the graduation certificates and also the special awards for our students today. Kindly accept a token of gratitude and appreciation from our student body. Thank you. I deeply appreciate the constant support from the academic council members. And mainly, I like to appreciate the continuous and constant support from the president and the senior vice president in elevating our school standards across all areas of operations. An heartfelt thank you to our resident medical officers, Dr. Albin and Dr. Induja, along with the dedicated medical team for ensuring the well-being of our students and staff throughout our academic year. To the grade 12 students, the choir, the music, and the singing added a special touch to today's celebration, filling the space with joy and emotion. Thank you for making this moment even more memorable. This event would not have been possible without meticulous planning and flawless execution, both for the morning investiture ceremony as well as this graduation ceremony. A sincere note of appreciation to our Director of Activities, Mr. Dominic Juders, and its incredible team for their hard work and ensuring today's ceremony as special as it is. To all the fellow faculty members, your dedication and commitment and excellence over the years have played a crucial role in shaping the brightest future of our students. I thank everyone for your guidance and support. A warm thank you to our parents, guardians, and well-wishers. Your trust and encouragement, support, all made the difference in the journey of these students. Your role in their success is immeasurable. I must also extend my gratitude to the boarding house parents, mess managers, campus supervisors, academic secretaries, Divya Sini, admin staff, and other support staff, especially Indu, Sam, photographers, Ajay and Prabhu, and other support staff. You have been the backbone of our students' daily lives, ensuring their comfort, safety, and well-being throughout their time at GSIS. Heartfelt appreciation to Vinola Ilari, Manager for Digital Marketing and Events, for her creativity in designing and coordinating all graduation-related materials, adding a special touch to this ceremony. To our graduates, today marks a significant milestone, but it is not the end of your journey. It's a beginning of new possibilities, responsibilities, and opportunities. You have worked tirelessly over the past 2 years, and especially this term, and the final stretch remains crucial. For our DP graduates, the next 2 months are the most critical phase of your academic journey. The efforts you put in now, and the discipline you maintain, and the focus you exhibit, all shapes your achievement and results. These final weeks are not just about revising content, but also about developing a mindset of resilience and determination. The main important thing is on July 5th, 2025, we will look back with pride, knowing that the hard work and commitment you invested will bear fruit. The long nights of study, the countless practice papers, and the deep discussions with your teachers all will come together to define your success. For our ISC students, you are in the middle of your board examinations. This is your moment to stay steady, stay strong, and push forward with confidence. Your results will be announced before we close for the summer vacation. So I am certain that will reflect the commitment and perseverance you have shown. No matter the path ahead, whether it is university, new academic pursuits, or personal growth, what truly matters is that you continue to strive for excellence, lead with integrity, and with values, as Avni told, remain lifelong learners. A final word of gratitude to all you gathered here today, for our honored guests especially, faculty, staff, parents, well-wishers. Thank you for being part of this special day. And finally, to our graduates, as you walk out of these doors, remember that you always have a home here at GSIS. Let us once again extend our heartfelt gratitude to our guest of honor, Ms. Avani, and everyone who had made this ceremony a memorable one. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world awaits you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those heartfelt words. Ms. Avni Khoshla will now be escorted to a seat in the audience by Mr. Suresh Thangarajan and Ms. Rekha Jacqueline.
We now present a video compilation that encapsulates the cherished memories that our esteemed seniors have created during their time here at GSIS.
Camera, action. Yo, guys, it's your boy, the Flying Taxi from the GSIS Battle 2025. So keep on moving, baby. You know what time it is. Psych! That's the wrong number!
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. God not, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby.
Deja de quemarme el chaleco, me pone la mira en el pecho y no sube esa mira del pecho. No amaré la que hice eso, deja de quemarme el chaleco, eco. A Mandela, a Mandela, a Mandela, a Mandela. A Mandela, a Mandela.
अरमाए बेटा खरबूज बोएगा तो तरबूज नहीं निकलेगा अबे दोस्ती दुश्मनी की बातें छोड़ तेरे जैसा दोगला आदमी बात करने लायक भी नहीं है Hey, I'm gonna stop you. Come here. I don't know how to do it. If you're not giving me, then we'll get into trouble. You get.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? My name is Sheila. Sheila Pizza Honey. I'm too sexy for you.
सत श्री अकाल guys. सत श्री अकाल. You know. जय बॉम्बे. जय बॉम्बे. जय बॉम्बे. जय बॉम्बे.
उड़ता पंजाब.
बार बार दिन ये आए. बार बार दिन ये आए. तुम जियो हजारों साल. ये मेरी है आरज़ू. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
To our YouTube channel. Okay.
Nothing to run, no, no,
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today you'll see Muskan sleep like a pig.
Yes. Like a lazy goose.
So she can.
रोशनी ही रोशनी है, चार सू जो चार सू, इश्क है ये इश्क है, इश्क है ये इश्क है, जो छुपा है हर नजर में, हर तरफ जो रूबरू, इश्क है ये इश्क है, 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 तुमसे
निष्ठा, ये हमारी दया है बैच की।
Yeah, boy.
चले एक काम कर, 200 रुपए दे और 50 रुपए काट ओवर एक्टिंग के लिए। तुमसे ना हो पाएगा।
शामें मलंग सी, रातें सुरंग सी, बागी उड़ान पे ही ना जाने क्यों इलाही मेरा जी आए आए, इलाही मेरा जी आए आए। कल पे सवाल है, जीना फिलहाल है, खाना बदोशियों पे ही जाने क्यों इलाही मेरा जी आए आए, इलाही मेरा जी आए आए।
कराले तू अमरीका मेरी यार ने, पंजाब वाले देखिया तू एले वाले देखे नी, लाभ गोरे रंग ते तू लाਵੇਂ गलकंद दे, पैरी ਨੂੰ ਹਰਾ ਕੇ ਕਰਾਂ ਚੌਲ ਵੀ ਵਾ ਖੰਡ ਦੇ ਨੀ, ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਪੰਡ ਦੇ ਨੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਯਾਰ ਵੰਡ ਦੇ, ਮਾਹੌਲ ਪੂਰਾ ਵੇਵੀ ਹਾਏ ਵੇਵੀ, ਤੂੰ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਾਲਾ ਸੂਟ ਕਦੇ ਕਦੇ ਪਾਵੇਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ, ਤੂੰ ਰੋਜ਼ੀ ਅਜ਼ਮਾਉਂਦੀ ਪਤਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ, ਤੂੰ ਲਾਗੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਜੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਫਿਰੇ ਨੀਂਦ ਨੀ।
अलविदा यारा अलविदा, हो रहे तुमसे हम जुदा, ले चले सारे हम तेरे, खुश रहे यारा तू सदा, तुमसे भी ज्यादा होंगी अब यादें प्यारियां, हम दोनों की हैं अपनी अपनी लाचारियां, अब हंसते हंसते तुम पे ले खुशियां वारियां। मर्ज भी हैं देती, चैन भी हैं देती, दर्द भी हैं देती, जान भी हैं लेते यारियां। ना छोड़े यारियां, ना छोड़े यारियां।
We laughed, we cried, and we definitely procrastinated way too much. But we survived. Cheers to the class of 2025.
The graduating batch will now perform a medley of 4 songs.
All of the rumors, all of the fights, we always find a way to make it all alive. Thought we were going strong, I thought we were holding on, aren't we? No, they don't teach you
What a soulful rendition.
As we conclude this special day, we celebrate the hard work, growth, and achievements of our graduates. This is not just an ending, but a new beginning.
Congratulations once again and thank you.